The first time I saw you, I thought that you were cute.
Hi. So, cute before smart. Is a kid.
Ehima. It's a difficult name, right? I always tell people. So,
I had a crush on her. Yes. So I had to just like...
I didn't know that.
Today, on this special edition, we're shooting outside, as you can see.
Yeah, we are somewhere in Canary Wharf. This is a nice location.
So today we want to shoot a very special edition, which is to talk about how we met.
This is a question that a lot of you have asked, and you want us to share our story. So that's exactly what we're going to do today.
Today we want to share one of the most asked questions of our time, which is, how did you guys meet? So we're going to talk about how we met, how I met her. I don't know how you met me, but this is how I met.
All right, so how are we going to go about it?
Yeah, I think you will just lead the conversation, give your own version of the story, right? There are always like three sides of the story. Your side, my side, and the truth.
Okay. So then I'll start. You can interrupt me and
I
then
will
continue
interrupt you,
at
definitely.
some point.
Sure.
Okay. So let's go back to March 2018.
Right.
When I was working in Ghana. I was working in an international company called PwC at the time, and we had this Africa training. He was working in PwC Nigeria. So he came from PwC Nigeria and I came from PwC Ghana. And the training started on a Monday.
No. So I'm going to interrupt you here.
Officially.
So yeah, I met you on Sunday.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I was going to talk about that. So I was saying that the training started on a Monday.
I don't care about
But
the
then
official
the
details.
Sunday-
Talk about how you met your husband.
But then the Sunday before the training started, we had dinner. We were residing in a resort. All the different countries were there. And then we had dinner. So during dinner, I was with my Ghana colleagues eating. And then we noticed that some Nigeria guys had come to our table to come and introduce themselves. And of course, it was part of them. Brave, bold people. So they introduced themselves, and then he continued the conversation with me. And I remember that he asked me how come I knew about the temperature, because it was kind of like pretty cold in Kenya at that time. And I was wearing my mother's jacket.
Yeah.
And I told him that, well, didn't he Google what the temperature was going to be? And then he was like, oh, he was relying on his trading coordinator to tell him the temperature. So he didn't Google the temperature. He didn't have any jacket or anything for the cold. Yeah, so that was that conversation for the night. I had to leave the conversation because I had certain preparations to do with my colleagues before the training started on Monday. Yeah.
Yes, I think I just remember that conversation about asking you about the preparing to travel and the jacket, because I was trying to take food and we met at like the front of the buffet area. And then I think that's what I can remember. But then the next thing I remember is that it's Monday. I was an instructor as well as a student. So Monday I was an instructor. And then I also noticed her in the class. And I thought she was sleeping in my class, which prompted me to throw questions at her. Like, yes, you. What was the, something about maybe information security online, how to protect yourself?
So the thing about Ehima was that regarding everybody at the training, Ehima was very unique because he was the only one who came to the training as an instructor, but at the same time as a student. So he was an instructor for only the first day because he was a techie and he was instructing on tech and how we manage social media presence kind of stuff. Yeah, so that was his training topic. And his training session was after lunch.
Yeah, they gave me the most difficult training. You know, when people finish eating and they drank like everything they need to drink
Yeah.
That thing that sets in when you just start feeling sleepy.
And then our lunch was also a buffet, so you can eat as much as you can,
Exactly.
right?
So I was struggling to keep people awake. I was like trying to make the class interactive, asking questions, brain teasers, and here. And this
And I was sitting in front at the time.
this dude was
I'm not
sleeping
a
in my
dude,
class, and I made sure that okay, this is the perfect time to talk to my crush, right? I had a crush on her. Yes. So I had to just like
I didn't know that.
yeah. I mean like she was the only lady. Anyways, I threw questions at her because I mean like first of all she was sleeping, but two I wanted her to notice me.
Well, I wasn't sleeping. I was kind of like feeling sleepy.
Yes.
They are two different things. I was on the verge.
Anyway, we have this conversation. We still have this debate every day. We'll be watching movies and she will never agree that she's sleeping. So she was sleeping. I threw questions at her and then she couldn't answer also. And then I kind of helped her to answer it in a way. I moved on from the class.
I answered.
Did you really answer it?
I don't remember what the question was anyways.
Exactly. Neither do I, but it's my word against yours. Okay, we digress. So after that, what happened at the end of the day?
So
Okay.
mine, what happened at the end of the day was that we typically were having like dinner country by country. So for instance, like Ghanaians was on one table, one of us brought shito, everybody would take from the shito.
Yeah.
And what I noticed was that he began joining our table for dinner. So he would always come and sit on the Ghana table. Well, apparently the reason was because of me. Anyways,
they said we should mix up.
so he was always sitting on the Ghana table, was even eating some of our shito.
And then you guys were all speaking Twi in an international conference. Ghanaians were speaking their local language.
I'm excited about the shito from Ghana. Well, Ghanaians always are trying to mix Twi with English, but that's another
No, they're trying
conversation.
to mix. You add English to your Twi.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
No, they add Twi to the English.
No, it's more Twi. You just
Okay.
dilute it with some English.
So, yeah, so that happened. I mean, following day, I went to the gym. And then after the gym, we had to pass through the restaurant where other colleagues were eating breakfast already, him inclusive. And then I remember that he mentioned my name on that Tuesday morning. I could not recollect his name, really, like Ehima. It's a difficult name, right? I always tell people. So, so I remember that he called my name and they was like, oh, how are you or something, maybe how was your night? And I wasn't the only person, we're a bunch of people, and I realized how he picked me out from the whole crowd. So I mean, I'm a lady, right? And I'm able to kind of like sense things early. So I kind of knew that, okay, this guy was taking a liking to me. So that was it for
So you knew.
Tuesday. Yes.
Okay.
And then because you were always
Keep confessing. Say it.
because we're always like wanting to be in my space. Like I just stand and then I see you. Like how did
Hey,
you pop up there?
omnipresent. Hey, he's everywhere, but he's nowhere.
So I mean that happened. So Wednesday was when your story now played out. So then what happened was that I had left the training. I think I went to use the restroom. So then I remember that we were both out at the same time.
Yeah.
And then the training coordinator was also there. And then you jokingly told her that the following day you want to sit by me.
You seem to have a
right?
better recollection of these things.
Yeah.
For me, it's just all blurry. Mine is that she was there. I liked her.
That happened. You playfully telling the training coordinator that
Yeah, that I want to
put
sit-
me by her the following day. The following day we get to the training conference room.
Lo
and then
and behold,
our seats are next to each other.
Choma came through.
And then what happened on that Thursday? That Thursday where our seats were next to each other, we both never paid attention throughout the
We don't know what
training.
So if you're the one that took the session on Thursday of that week, I'm sorry, we don't know what you were saying. Sorry, Taiwo. You know? Anyways, yeah, so that was it. Like I was sitting just in front of her, which was a round table, and they just had this arrangement. I realized that
You were behind me. I was in front of you.
so you were the one who was always turning. You
Yeah.
see, these things don't even add up. Anyway, I shall remember that I don't remember anything they taught that day. That's all I remember.
Yeah, and then I also shall remember that I kept turning like the whole time.
Yes,
turning
I
to
kept
talk.
interrupting one gist or the other.
Turning to talk the whole time. And interestingly, our names were not part of the list of talkatives.
And noise makers.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
And that was because
That was because we were working with a Nigerian who knows how to play smart. Okay. And then we went for lunch together that day.
Yeah,
right?
so that was the day that we didn't go for lunch early. That was the day that we went to the lake to try and see the hippopotamus. So there was a lake in the resort where hippopotamus were in the lake. That's where they stayed. But then they were not coming out regularly.
So we hear that they come out like to some baits, and we always want to catch that scene. So every day we just run down to the lake when it's sunny to try to get that scene, right? And so we had a lot of fails, right? Maybe like 2 times we didn't get, and the 3rd time.
I wasn't with you. The first time I went to the lake was with you. Yes.
Well, we got it the 2nd time.
We went there twice.
The first time we went to there, was that when we got the hippopotamus?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So I
So-
think I went there with.
So that day was the Thursday that you and I were sitting together, and we both went for lunch late because we went to the hippopotamus
Yeah,
right
and we
after
found-
the
we-
training
yeah, we
during our
said-
lunch time.
Yeah.
We had to wait for some time. The guys who took after the hippopotamus, they came out
Yeah,
to
the
feed the
guards.
hippopotamus.
Yeah.
That was when the hippopotamus came out, and we saw them. We had it on recording.
Yeah.
And everything. I mean, it was a bit scary at some point. We were getting closer to
It was
them.
a full family of hippo. We're going to put the video up.
Yeah, so that happened, and then we went back to eat. We were almost late for the
I
next
think we were
training.
like 1 minute.
Yeah, we had to pack our food because we couldn't even eat. So we packed our food, we took it to the training, and we continued the training for that day. So
Okay. And then what happened the next day? Was a Friday?
it was a Friday.
No,
we
Thursday
had-
evening we went clubbing. Have you forgotten?
Oh, okay.
In the park, in naija shop,
Yeah.
where we went to that one empty club inside. It was like a bar, like a club, but there was nobody there because the resort was empty. Can't see. Can't see. I'm just recording on my phone. So so we went clubbing. We had some like weird dance moves showing off. She was showing off. Hey, everybody do the dance, do the dance.
No. By
Yes.
then that song was not out.
Not the dance, but you had this your.
Al
This was
Qaeda.
is
Is it Al Qaeda?
this is an Okot dance.
This dance. No, that's not Nanokot dance. That's not Nanokot dance. Nanokot dance is this one.
Okay.
This is Nanokot dance.
Oh.
So this one is Al Qaeda, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I think it was very popular at that time.
Yeah. And then
Um,
after that, we took the same shuttle. No, it was Thursday evening, right? Where we now had like some kind of night call.
That was Thursday.
She
Yeah.
had some computer issues, and she
had
just
some
said
computer issues,
she
and
was a
then-
Nigerian IT guy.
And then he had called me like coincidentally. So I was like, okay, these are issues I'm having.
Since you are here,
and
come
then
and
he
be
was
useful.
able to help me fix the issues over the phone.
Yeah.
And then I remember he told me,
That's-
and it was really cold. There were no heaters in the room. And I told him that it's actually really cold. It wasn't like an invitation to treat or anything.
That's what you're telling
And
them.
like it was literally
You
I
just-
was
You just told him. he just told me.
because that was it.
And you just happened to mention it
And
because you're telling everybody.
And then what happened is that no, so you told me that what you had done was you had left
Yes.
the hot water running
In the
right
bathtub,
in
so
the
the steam
bathtub,
could
so the steam was
warm up
heating your
the
room.
room.
And
Yeah.
I thought that was a good idea. I think I
Yeah.
tried
And then
it.
that was when she started to, feel the guy, like, this guy is smart. How come I never thought about it?
No, the truth is that I already like thought
Oh, you already
he
knew
was,
he was smart,
He was not smart.
but he's smart.
The first time I saw you, I thought that you were cute.
So, cute before smart. He's a kid. Anyways,
Yeah.
Then-
No, like I thought you were cute, so I had a crush on you. I'm not sure at what time the crush started.
so you people have heard it now,
Yeah.
so the crush
But
was
I
both
always
ways.
say it.
No, you've not.
I've always said it.
You're just saying it now.
Okay.
So, what did you say again?
I said I had a fucking crush on you.
Do you still have it? You say you had it. Where is it?
We're talking about then.
Okay, so you don't have crush on me anymore. Let me call your father. You come and return my bride price. Anyways.
So what happened? So we're talking about the Friday. So that Thursday we had like a more like a going away party,
Yeah,
right? Where we
yeah.
had some games.
A
Oh, that's
lot
what
of
we were
games
talking
and
about.
dance. Yeah, that's
So
one.
so we had games and dance, and he came to pick me from my room.
Did I?
Yeah,
I
you did.
Hi, this boy.
You.
I've been simping for like forever. Hey.
So he came to pick me from my room not that he entered my room. He never ever entered my room in Kenya.
Yeah.
And so he came with a shuttle, and then I entered the shuttle and went with you to the
Bad
place.
duties.
So then that was it. And then the following day was Friday. Friday, no training. We had more like an excursion where we went to
The Devil's Park.
view certain places. And the whole time he was with me, we were sitting together at the back. And I remember one of my senior manager at the time, he's now a director, who What comment did he make?
So somebody was looking for the Nigerians, and they said, ask Nanoko that she would know where the Nigerians. So like, who knows where the Nigerians are? Because the different countries move around in groups, and like, say a Ghanaian was like, who knows where the Nigerians are? And they're like, ask Nanoko.
And I actually knew where they were.
Yeah, and you knew
I knew
where they
because he had told me where they were at that time. Yes.
And it was like one big laugh amongst them because people were already seeing the chemistry, seeing what was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
so then the whole time the excursion on Friday, you were sitting by me in the bus.
Yes, I was just following you up and down.
We went everywhere together. One of the most useless places we went was on that boat.
You didn't like it, eh? The one we went
on the river where the hippos were.
Yes.
And the boat was rickety. And it was crazy because I don't know how we took such a risk.
No, so the thing is that we had enthusiasm about what we wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
We're going to the lake.
We wanted to do every single thing.
Yeah, we're going to the lake. There'll be hippos around, But we didn't know that this was like, we are this close to dying, right? Because it was like sitting in one small plate and they just pushed the plate into the water, right? Because the boat was like
and then the hippos are in the water. But then thank God the hippos never came out at that time.
Yeah,
until we went back to shore. Like for me, when I realized how severe it was, I just wanted us to just quickly go
for
back.
real. I'm like, how long is this going to take?
Go back to the shore.
Can we just go back? But yeah, after that, what happened? We went back to Nairobi.
We went to Nairobi.
So Naivasha.
So the training was in Naivasha. And we went to Nairobi, which is the city center, right?
The Friday night in Nairobi, we went clubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we went to a place called Space.
Okay, so that was the place. That's when I entered. They asked me whether I was under 18.
Yes.
And they asked to see my passport. But then they didn't ask every other person I was with, which was crazy.
It's life.
Yeah. But
how old are you then? Like 16 and a half or something?
I think I was wearing this kind of school uniform.
Yeah, you
dress.
wore this pinafore thing, like looked like senior high school people. Yeah. So I went to the hotel. So we had a Kenyan friend who came to my hotel to pick me up with another of my friends. So the three of us went to a hotel to pick her up. We had to wait. Normally, you have to wait for ladies because when you get to the front, that's when they know they have to make up. So I came into the sitting, the reception area. I was
already there.
And you were there?
Yes.
And then I think you wanted me to come inside so I can take you a picture before you come outside. Yes. But anyway, we had to wait for you. And I took you one
serious?
very...
I was already dressed. I was already waiting in the lobby, dressed up, everything waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, but I took you one very nice picture.
And then you took me a very nice picture, which I still remember. Yes. It's on my Instagram, right?
Yeah. It's somewhere.
I love that picture.
Yeah. So we left in the car. In a car that was driven by some other lady who had a crush on me.
Jesus Christ.
Training. We're going to cut this part. Anyways. we went to the club. This was Space, and we partied all night.
For me, I just like the vibe
Platinum.
at the bar. It was like an open club. When I say open, literally open, it was outside. It was outdoors. They had a big screen where they were showing the lyrics and the video of the song. I really liked the vibe.
So it was like this big karaoke.
They had like nice food, finger foods and drinks as well. You remember?
So it was food you came to eat.
And so that was it. I mean, we had fun and like we partied up till the morning.
Yeah, till like
so somewhere around dawn
or
so, I think I just stepped out and then he came around and then he tried to give me a kiss and then I turned my cheek for him and then I just turned like this. Yeah.
She just swerved me like this. She curved me. Hi! My reputation, Nigerians.
There was nobody there. Right now, your reputation is out there.
After that, fast forward to the trip ended. We're back in our countries. Then what's the next thing?
So I was in Ghana, I was in Nigeria.
Right.
And then, so I remember every day, you would call me in the morning. You would kind of like check on me every morning. And then it progressed like that. Calling in the morning kind of like reduced to maybe texting in the morning and texting all through the day and then talking at night every single day. So that was one record that we never broke.
Yeah.
Like ever since then, we were communicating on the phone every single day.
No day
every single day until late November, early December, when Ehima came to Ghana to visit me. But wait, before then, my birthday is 9th November, right? I think I was working from home that Friday. And It was a Friday, right? I can't remember which day of the week it was, but I
one day
think,
of the week.
yeah. And then all of a sudden I saw that, okay, I've had some big delivery. It was like a lot of things, shoes, clothes, goodies, chocolates, so many things, like every possible thing I could think of, including food. Including food, fried rice. And it was from my favorite restaurant in Ghana at the time. Yeah. So, it really, really made my day. After that, we met late November. So, he actually wanted to come to Ghana on my birthday, but then I think he was working on a project of that sort, which we did not allow him to come. So, he shifted it to late November, early December.
It was like the last day of November.
It was the last day of November. It was a Friday, so he was coming to Ghana on a Friday night, and then he'll go back on a Monday. So I'm taking that Monday off work, right?
Yeah.
So that Friday before you came, I couldn't eat. I was kind of nervous or anxious.
Wow.
Because the last time I had seen him was in March, right?
Like 6 months.
So how
ago.
many months?
Yeah,
it's more than 6.
Yeah, about 7 months, right?
Yes, so about 7 months. I was wondering, is he the same person that I see on the phone when I do video calls with? Has he changed? Is he going to be? I don't know.
Butterflies in her stomach. She can't explain it.
And I was actually anxious. Well, so then when I knew it was closer to his flight time, I just went to the airport.
You closed some work straight up.
Yeah, I'd already closed. I could not work. See, I was sitting in the office, but I could not work. And so I went, and then I saw him come out. So you see, when people are coming out of the airport and everybody
arrivals,
everybody's waiting for them. I see him coming out like this. I'm like, oh my god! He was looking even more handsome than
see my reputation
than previously, tall, nice guy.
I still remember that hug.
In his sneaker, and then I went up to him, and then he hugged me. Yeah. So that was it. Then I remember that we went to the car park. Yeah, so we drove out of time to Ebri. Very, very nice place. Resort in Ebri. And then from Ebri, no.
Okay,
I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Then from Ebri, we drove to Coco Biti.
Let's see, your beach is not clean. Come to Elegushi Beach. Come to Victoria Island. Do the Nanogo dance.
Yeah. It's like on that beach.
Beachy area.
like
Very nice.
A beach hotel or something.
And so on Monday, I kind of randomly planned this lunch with some of my friends from the office.
Some of them who I had met before when we were in Kenya.
Yeah. But then some you hadn't met before, right?
Yeah, some I hadn't met.
Yeah.
Your friends and your colleagues who were also PK was there and the rest.
Yeah. So so we met, and then we had lunch at Coco Lounge, which was close to the airport before his flight. So I took him off. I saw him off at the airport, and then that was it for them. So I'll let you continue with the other part of the story.
Okay, fast forward to the next year.
We were still doing long distance.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did we officially start dating? So we officially started dating around that time before you came to Ghana. So before then, the whole time we were just friends.
Yeah, so I think we knew that something was happening when we started becoming more accountable to each other, right? It's not like at some point I would even think that we just started this accountability thing where, we started telling each other things, and started asking more questions. Now we just know that, okay, we're getting more attached to each other.
Yeah. So for instance, he was telling me about all the girls in his life, those kind of things when we were friends, right? So it was actually getting deeper, and we could feel that. Okay, go on.
Okay. So I don't know, I think I should fast forward to my bombshell where she gave me my surprise of my life, a big shocker for me, right? So it was supposed to be my birthday. It was 1st of March. I was closing from work, very tired, stressful from this project.
So this 1st of March 2019?
2019, yeah. I'm on my way home. Normally, when I leave the office, I call her and we just talk because I just Uber to the office and back, right? So I'm in Uber home and then we just talk. I'm like, I'm tired, I'm close from work, I'm going home. She's like, hey, that she'll soon leave. She's going home too. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll text you or I'll call you when I get home, right? I was very tired. Anyway, I get home, I just walk into my apartment and then straight to my room
and then you
on the right.
Me.
Okay, yeah, I think I called you that I just got involved, right?
So then just before you walked into your apartment, you
I
called
said
me.
I just got involved. And then I went into the room. As I opened the door, like, okay, turn on the lights. And I had surprise! And I'm seeing like 17 people in my room. I'm like, what's going on, guys? What's going on here? Anyway, I saw my family, my friends. They were all in my room, like, that small room with heat. Everybody sweating, trying to shout surprise for me. Right? I'm like, okay, they said, sit down. Just sit down. I'm like, okay. I saw my nephew. I really wanted to like carry him, my nephew, Ahima, my namesake. So I took Ahima and then I held him and then I just said, everybody sit down. So they made me sit down on the couch in my room. I'm like, why are you? He's like, sit down now. Maybe they'll sing for me. Normally they'll just sing happy birthday. But my birthday is tomorrow, right? And the next thing, the door opens to my right and I turn around. I'm like, what are you doing here? That was the question I asked literally, like, what are you doing here?
And there I was.
She just showed up, like she played the fast one on my life.
Meanwhile, some few minutes back, we had just spoken on phone and I told you that I was leaving my office
you said she was
in Ghana.
There. Like, how are you here? Like, for me, like,
and then I show up in Lagos.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Like,
house.
How are you here? And then I'm just thinking, like, this was very, very touching. I mean, I was just there and then
I didn't see any tears flow.
No, I shed a tear.
For real, you shed a tear?
Yeah, for real. Like, I was emotional at that point because I was very, very happy.
So I think that you were very emotional. Your eyes was a bit watery. I just didn't see any tear drop.
No, the one came out.
Okay.
Yeah, they said that my friends, they don't even make it easy for me. They're like, hard guy. They're like, hard guy, look at you. Now you're crying or what? Like a lot of like please. This one is just so like this is so shocking for me. And I think that was it. Everything was a blur for me that moment, to be honest. Like that whole evening was a blur because I was tired and then this spike of excitement and emotions and everything.
Yeah.
And then that was it. She went back and then as fate would have it, plus some kind of planning and being deliberate, she came to Nigeria for a work exchange program, a secondment as we call it. And then that's where our journey really, really began because that one is a big, full chapter on its own. Anyways.
So then, long story short, that was how we started dating off, got married, and here we are now.
Yeah. And then we left the shores of Africa. So that's been a long story. And I think we may have left out some details, maybe not remember some things, but then thank you guys. If you've stayed this long to listen to our story, please let us know if there's some parts that you want us to do a sequel and share some details. We're going to start a series to start talking more about ourselves and our lives and just share some of this story because in this space of like 3 years or 4 years, it's 4 years, right?
It's 4 years already.
Since 2018 to 2022, right? There's been a lot of ups and downs and uncertainty. I mean, I think we can actually have a master class on dealing with uncertainty because that's been like the backbone of our story.
Yeah. True though. So guys, thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and leave a comment below. Tell us what you liked about this video and we'll be at your service. So signing out right now. Take care.